Hi everyone. Sorry for the delay for this morning. A series of insane coincidences made me late. So today I want to explain you how does on-chain Forex market can help us to onboard more users within DeFi. My name is Pascal Tallarida. You can follow me on Twitter, just remove all the vowel. So PSCLTLLRD, and I'm sharing many informations about what we do regarding our on-chain Forex market, use cases, a few shit posting, but yeah, it's mainly related to Forex on the blockchain. Okay, so before to start, I just want to explain you a bit the vision that we have, or how do we envision DeFi. So in our case, we see DeFi as a very good backend for financial services. So you may all know Revolut. Revolut has a backend. With Revolut, you can pay, you can send money, you can maybe someday make some lending. They are using a lot of servers, a lot of employees. I mean, they have a very expensive backend, such as also Binance and so on and so on. The cool thing for me with DeFi is that it is a backend that you don't need a developer to maintain. It's entirely running on the blockchain, and it's a plug-and-play backend. So you can, for example, have Aave if you want to do lending. You can have Uniswap if you want trading. You have requests if you want to pay with invoicing on-chain, so on and so on. And what I like is that you can combine all those protocols at their smart contract level and to build an application on the top of it, and you can provide your user with services. And again, you do not need a huge team to maintain everything. All of this is on the blockchain. The only thing that is missing for us on this backend is an on-chain Forex. And I will explain you today how, for us, the missing piece for user adoption and to ease onboarding and to have many use cases, real use cases, which are powered by blockchain, lays in the launch of an on-chain Forex market. So first I will explain you the virtuous circle of an on-chain Forex market. So basically what use cases it can enable. Then I will quickly go over a few models that exist. So Uniswap, Curve, and so on, they actually somehow are doing an on-chain Forex market. And of course, I will explain you how do we work and what are the use cases that we have powered. So first, maybe you are not super familiar with Forex. So it's a market. It's actually the biggest market in the world. It's decentralized. There is no centralized authority. And it has many use cases, but there is one use case that I want you to understand so you can understand the point of an on-chain Forex market. It's access to liquidity. So let's say you are in Europe and you want to invest in Apple stock or in a Toyota stock. I don't know if you know, but you cannot buy those stocks with euros. You have to buy them with dollar or Japanese yen. So here you will need the Forex not to buy the asset, but to access to the liquidity of the currency. So for example, if you want to buy Apple stock, you first need to swap your euros for dollar, and then with the dollar you can buy Apple stock or anything, of course, which is denominated in dollar. And this is the thing, Forex is a ramp to liquidity. So for crypto, the thing with crypto is that, as you may know, everything is around the dollar. Liquidity, integration, and so on and so on. If you want to buy Bitcoin, if you want to buy any token, you will always have a better price if you use dollar rather than another currency. You can go on Kraken and you can try to buy one Bitcoin, and you will see that if you pay with euro or Swiss franc or whatever, and then you do the conversion, you will see that actually you end up paying more if you buy with euro rather than if you buy with dollar. And I let you imagine for other currency like Brazilian real, for example, or Mexican peso, it's even worse. So the idea of an on-chain Forex market, it's basically to access this on-chain liquidity of the US dollar. So the idea is that you have, so you can create non-USD stablecoins like euro, Swiss franc, British pound, and so on. But instead of spending time, money, and resources to build the liquidity, to allow people to swap those stablecoins for another asset, the idea here is that you have to actually swap them for a USD stablecoin, which is way more liquid, and then use the USD stablecoin to exchange them for another asset. It is a more efficient approach rather than, it is a more efficient approach rather than if you are building yourself the liquidity. So, for example, for user onboarding, this could be a use case for Onchain Forex. So you can go from Brazilian real to a stablecoin, which is BRZ, which is a fiat-backed stablecoin backed by Brazilian real. And if you want to buy Bitcoin with this Brazilian real, you don't have to exchange directly the real for Bitcoin. You first have to exchange it for USDC, and then use the USDC to change it for Bitcoin. And it's same thing for remittance. When you want to send money from one country to another one, if you want to send money from Brazil to Europe, you first use an on-ramp in Brazil to exchange your fiat for the stablecoin. Then you swap the two stablecoins between each other, so Brazilian real one for euro, and then you off-ramp in euro. So do I have time to, no? Okay. It's finished? Sorry? 30 seconds. So there are a few models, so I will just quickly explain you what we do in 30 seconds. So at Jarvis, we do many different stablecoins. They are synthetic, which means that they are collateralized with another cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, we use USDC. But the cool thing is that you can always exchange one of our stablecoin, for example, euro, so J-euro, for USDC or BUSD at the Chainlink price feed and without price impact. So let's say you have $1,000 of euro or J-euro, you can receive 1,000 USDC back and forth. And basically, the idea is that we can build very cool use case to onboard more users. So we work with Montperin, which is a Swiss fintech entity, which allows to go from your bank to the blockchain without any fee. So let's say you have 10,000 euros or Swiss franc, you can use them to acquire 10,000 J-euros. And because, as I said, you can convert the J-euros for USDC at the Chainlink price feed and without price impact, you can basically swap the 10,000 J-euro for 10,000 euros worth of USDC, and then you just acquire the Bitcoin. You can, of course, build an application on the top of it in order to hide all this complexity. So basically, you could leverage DeFi to buy Bitcoin or any token which is listed on an NMM using any fiat. We are already doing it. We have processed so far $25 million of transactions since last year, where people seamlessly send fiat and receive crypto. And maybe last use case, it's maybe not this. So remittance. Remittance. So we also power transfer of funds between two countries. So for example, this year we have helped people to move funds between Europe and Brazil, between Europe and Nigeria, Canada, and so on. And the way it works, it's so first, someone in Brazil has a real, they exchange it for a stablecoin, fiat backed by a real. Then we have a pool with this stablecoin and with our stablecoin on curve, or ellipsis as a matter of fact here. So people can swap the Brazilian real stablecoin for ours, and then they can use our own Onchain Forex to swap the real for J-euro and then J-euro for euro. And this is how we moved funds across countries. And that's all.